And we're back. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank y'all for joining us. It's your boy C. Aaron Henson. We got Lamar Popeye Blake here, and we also got Isaiah Tearz, aka Tearz. Alright, so we just finished talking about gang violence and how that, affects our community, what it means to us and how we feel about it. And now we're going to jump into the last topic of the night, which is drug use and drug abuse. What's the difference, and how do we feel about it? Who want to go first?
How about you take it first?
All right, I guess I'll take it. Okay, drug use. Like I said, for me, it depends on the substance that you're speaking of. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people consider marijuana a drug. I don't. But at the end of the day, it's like drug use is when you let's say you use it like recreationally, or let's say you use it like socially. Let's say you're the type of person that, let's say we're talking about like a heavy drug like cocaine, like hypothetically. Let's say you're the type of person that says like, yo, I've done cocaine before, you feel me? But the only time I would do it is if I'm at a party or a social event. You know what I'm saying? And now let's say you're the type of person that goes to parties or social events once or twice a month, right? Compared to a person who does it every single day on a regular, or a person who goes out of their way to schedule a certain amount of days or a weekend just to indulge in that substance. Now at that point in time, you're not only just a user, I feel like you're abusing it because you're turning it into a ritual now.
Right.
I agree. It's either you do the substance or let the substance do you. There's many of people who live right across the street, same building, everything, who abuse these drugs and don't even recognize the fact that they have a problem or it's becoming a problem. Like a lot of these drugs, when you go past smoking weed, when you get to cocaine, crack, marijuana, what's the other shit they do? Heroin, all that other shit. When you get to drugs like that, that's the white man drug. You know what I mean? First of all, overdose is not something cute, and I don't think anybody, family, friends, parents, want to walk in and find somebody that they care about or love overdosing on a drug because they can't find an outlet to get whatever issues that they're dealing with, dealt with.
All right. So while we were sitting here talking, I actually just Googled the definition of the word drug, and it actually says a drug is any chemical substance that causes a change in an organism's physiology or psychology when consumed. The drugs are typically distinguished from food and substances that provide nutritional support. Now, with that being said, what I got from that, the very first 5 words, drug is any chemical substance. So I understood what you said when you was like, oh man, weed is not a drug. But the thing that I have to say about that is, like, now that weed has been legalized, like, a lot of the marijuana that people are smoking are grown in labs. It's not being grown on the regular. You understand? Like, in my day, you understand, in OGs, the triple OGs, they know your weed has seeds in it. You understand? Like, who going first? Go ahead.
I'll go. Here's what I've come to understand about what the clinical definition of a drug is. A drug is any substance that takes you out of your normal state of mind, right? So in a sense, when you smoke weed, whether or not you get the shit that they grow in a lab, which is from the dispensary, or you get the shit from your bum man, so you get it from the nigga that grows the shit in his backyard, right? Once you hit that blunt, you go from being in your natural state of mind to an altered state of mind. So automatically it's considered a drug. It's considered a psychedelic because it's giving you an experience mentally that's making you, a lot more happy.
But I'm saying, sometimes don't people need that? Like, sometimes people need a stimulant. Some like, okay, I know I got to do this, so you know what? I'm gonna take this because this is gonna help me get through that. Like,
no, you don't need disagree. It. You don't need that. That's
right.
choice.
I disagree. I believe
that's an addiction.
Right. I agree.
That's like a functioning alcoholic.
If there's a way to do everything, you know what I'm saying? Like you brought it to me yesterday, and if I have a way, I need something to do that. There's doctors, there's medication, there are things that can be prescribed to me.
Those are still drugs.
Mature, you know what I mean?
Those are still drugs.
It is, but I mean, I'm not going outside spending money hoping that one of these drugs is going to make me feel better. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to a therapist or a doctor who's telling me maybe this and this and this should be prescribed to you to help you. You know what I'm saying? There's a way of going about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but people get addicted to prescription drugs
They
just
sure
as
do.
much
And
as they get
and
addicted.
all of that,
So
you damn
it's
right.
still drugs.
And
Like,
people still overdose from it too.
All right, look.
Check Michael Jackson. Check all these other people. They sit there and pop pills all day long, drinking liquor, doing coke. What do you think does it? It weighs down on the body after a while. But does that make it right?
so
What are they harboring? What are they fighting? What are they running from is the question.
Okay.
And how do we come together as a unity, as a community, in order to get these situations dealt with so that way our loved ones aren't killing themselves off day after day? You know what I
Very
mean?
good.
Who wants to wake up and go to 6 funerals and set out of 7 days in a week? You know what I mean? Like, who wants to keep planning for that? Nobody wants to see my brother or my sister in a casket because they didn't feel secure enough to come and talk to me or confide in me about whatever it is that's going on. Being bullied, peer pressure, all these things forces people to do all type of crazy shit. Everybody's strengths ain't the same. That's the number one thing that we have to understand, you know. I may be a lot more stronger when it comes down to dealing with emotions or being under pressure or dealing with shit on the spot to where somebody else may crack, you know. Now they want to go start shooting up and shit. How do we deal with that? How do we stop him or help him before he gets to a point where he's in a casket, where we got to bury our next brother? You know what I mean?
Hey, what you was about to say?
What? No, I'm sorry. I lost my train of thought listening to. I'm so sorry.
What was you about to say?
No, I wasn't really gonna say much except for
I mean, remember the topic is drug use versus drug abuse.
Yeah, no, like I said earlier, when it comes down to drug use and drug abuse, is like I said, a drug is anything that is considered to take you out of your normal state of mind. And what you was asking is,
Sometimes it's needed. Sometimes you need to be out.
No, it's not.
All right. Okay.
We trick ourselves to believe that.
Let him
Because,
speak.
in a sense, society or peer pressure or the people that we're chilling with, whatever the case is, tells us or makes us feel like we need this substance to make us function or to make us do this and that, or to make us feel like we're going to get this euphoric feeling. But the thing is, before we were able to be introduced to these drugs, these mind-altering drugs, physical-altering drugs and everything of the sort, we came from a background when we was children and pure, where we were able to have those euphoric sensations without these mind-altering drugs. So us as adults now who are able to get access to these drugs should not need these drugs in order to feel the sensations we were able to naturally feel, especially growing up as children. You know what I'm saying?
But once
we
you
should be able
to it, it's like, so, all right, so I'm going to pause your time. So, like, I really don't like to get too personal. But, of course, at times, I'm definitely going to give a personal testimony. So, my thing is like this. Like, I've been in situations, and I know that I'm not the only one, so I don't mind talking about it, where I felt I had to take a substance to get myself through a certain period of time. And I highlight it because I know, and this is very, very common, a prostitute, you understand, who is on the street. Like, this bitch don't want to suck every dick that walk through, or every, you understand? She don't want to hop in every car. But you know what? She's like, I'm going to drink this fucking liquor until I don't fucking understand, or I'm going to pop this pill, or I'm going to smoke this joint, or whatever it is that she needs to do, or he, because males could be prostitutes too. But, whatever it is they have to do to get them through. You understand? It's like, because I don't really want to do this. Some people even, I've heard people say, yo, I got to do this just so I can get up and go to work. Because I really don't even want to do this shit. But because I got to go to work, caffeine could be a drug. You understand? Motherfuckers who wake up every morning, I got to have my morning coffee. Got to have my morning, you understand?
But that's the thing, though. When it comes down to, right, you as a person, right, since you want to use the prostitution thing as a form of example, as a person, right, you have that option. Right, you're doing one thing in a sense, right, yo, that is, in a sense, could be detrimental to you as a person. Now you're going to use a substance to make you doing something that can be detrimental to you as a human being, to make it more bearable, when also that substance itself could be something that's going to be detrimental to your life also. So I think, like I said, as people, we all have choices. You feel me? We all think about it. If you do not like it that much, it does not mean you need to take a substance to make you like it, to make you want to do it. If you need this
not
substance,
make you like it, just to get through it.
but if you need a substance in order to get through it, that bad in order for you to get through it, then guess what? Change your career, bro. Change your path in life. Because at the end of the day, like I said, you're doing something that's causing you stress. And then you're doing something else that's going to make you get through it. But in a sense, the other thing that you're doing is putting a type of stress on you that you don't know about. You know what I'm saying? So in the long run, it's going to affect you a lot worse than you know. So it's best, you know what? Find something that you love to do. Find something that you will not need this mind-altering drug or this drug at all that's going to affect your body in a sense. You feel me? In order for you to want to do it or in order for you to get through it. Feel me?
All right.
I definitely agree. I think that, we trick ourselves into believing that we need these substances in order to get us by with certain things, when the reality of it is that we can do twice as much more, a lot easier, a lot faster, and without any complications without it. You know what I mean? I was at one point a functioning drunk to where I would wake up in the morning, go make a cup of vodka before I would even brush my teeth or go take a piss. You know what I mean? Literally water bottles filled with straight liquor, walking around all day long drinking nothing but dark liquor, making as a barista, as a floor manager, doing all of that, you know what I mean, working retail, everything. But I got to a point where I became dependent on it, when my body started functioning differently without it, you know what I mean. That's when I realized it went from something that I liked as a habit to being something I was addicted to.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like he said, you get to a point in life where a person has to decide, do I let this drug take control of me? Do I let this substance take control of me? Or do I do better and let it go and try something different? You know what I mean?
I mean, my thing is that I want to agree, but I also have to disagree with you, because I'm thinking in the line of, okay, let's talk about steroids. Like, you understand, like, people use steroids, and it's like a lot of people set world records, and if it wasn't for the fact that they took them steroids, they would have never been able to set those records. So,
no,
like,
they would have.
They still could have.
They would
possibly,
but
but
no, they would have been able to set the world records, right? But you know what the difference
just
would
not
be?
at that time.
The world records would not be what they are now.
Right.
If most of the world records are set by people who has took drugs to help them make those world records, don't you think the world records for people who've done it naturally would, not be as high? It would be a lot more easier to accomplish that feat.
Right. I mean, you got to think about it. Look at take this. I keep forgetting the chick name who ran the Olympics, right? Shorty don't do no type of drugs. You know what I mean?
She smoked weed.
Right. She smokes weed, right? But
I
don't think she needs weed though to get out on that track and to blow ass. You know what I'm saying? She's not sniffing coke and numbing herself to do that. As to where you have people who are bodybuilders, Mark Henry, niggas, the strongest man on the earth. You know what I'm saying? Pulling trucks and shit off his back, but high as shit off of steroids. You know what I'm saying? Then you got to tweak out mind after that shit fucks with your brain. Is that not an addiction? Is that something that's positive? Just because they won the world record, is that positive though? When you're forcing this substance into your body that's not giving you a track record that's gold, but a mindset that's underneath the water, that's shitty. You know what I mean? When you start looking at yourself differently, people start feeling insecure about themselves. Oh shit, I just shot up. I shouldn't have did that. Now what? But I gotta go out here and go win this track. You know, I gotta go do this. I gotta make the bread. You know, like there's a lot of different reasons why people do it, but it still doesn't make it right. Why is it, again, not right for me to go to my brother and say, bro, I'm not all right. I feel under pressure. I feel like something is bothering me. You know, can we talk about this? Why should a nigga laugh at me and tell me, oh, go smoke a blunt? That's another thing. Niggas, even when they're joking, sometimes a simple joke can become somebody's bad habit. Niggas come in the crib, oh, bro, wake up. Come on, let's smoke this blunt. Now it becomes a natural routine for you every day when you get up that you have to smoke a blunt. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's the mindset that you get stuck into. You know what I mean?
Right. So yeah, definitely understand completely. We're about to be red light. We ain't red lighted yet, but I did want to say some things because I got some time because y'all both ran over y'all time.
That part.
But yeah, so back, like drug use versus drug abuse. It's like, there are people who can actually use drugs. They can actually utilize drugs for whatever purpose they deem it to be, and then there are those who actually abuse, which means that they excess. You understand, like too much. You understand, which is how you get into overdose. You understand, because it's like if you were using and not abusing, you have to abuse to get to overdose. You understand, like so there are steps that has to be taken.
Right.
But it's unfortunate that we gotta go, guys. We love you all. This is Sierra Henson, Tearz, and Popeye here, and like I said, we're gonna get that GoFundMe and everything coming up soon. Right now, we gotta go get something to eat because niggas is hungry as fuck.
Okay. Apple Cash, you already know.
Good night.